Hey guys, it's Peyton, and today I am going to be telling you what I hope to read during the Booktube Games, which, if you don't know what the Booktube Games is, it is a month-long readathon that Mayana from Little Wolf Reads created. I'll link her down below, and she also has 1 or 2 videos explaining the whole Booktube Games, but the whole point is that there's several teams, and there's 2 hosts of each of these teams. I am a co-host of the Hogwarts team. These teams come from fictional places like Ketterdam from Leigh Bardugo's books, Derry, Maine from Stephen King's books, Neverland from Peter Pan. There's more other than that, but that's just what I'm going to be talking about right now. If you want a greater explanation, go watch those videos from her and subscribe to her because she's awesome. The whole point is we are competing against each other to see who reads the most pages for the whole readathon. So it's a whole team-based thing though. And I have a little bit of a TBR in mind for what I hope to read during this month of February. It's basically also like a February TBR, but whatever. But let's note that I don't even do monthly TBRs anymore because I hardly ever stick to what I say I'm gonna read. I'm a mood reader, things just change up, and I just decided not to do those anymore, but this is for a readathon, so I thought why not. So the first book that I hope to read during the Booktube Games starts off with Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. There's actually a bunch of challenges throughout the games for each week, and one of the challenges is that the team has a group book. So me and my co-host came up with Strange the Dreamer. I really don't know much about this book because so many people are really vague about what this book is actually about. I just know that it is about a guy named Laszlo Strange who takes care of a library, I'm pretty sure, and he believes in a lost city called Weep. And one day, I think somehow he finds out that it might be real, something like that. It's really vague, and I don't really understand what the heck this book is really going to be about, but I've had this on my shelf since it basically came out, and it's a thing that needs to happen. And ever since Books with Chloe like really fell in love with this book, I have been really intrigued because I kind of forgot about it. It was just on my shelf collecting dust. She made it sound so good even though it's really vague. So I'm really excited to see how this goes, and any group member that reads the group book gets ×2 of the page mounts of the book, and this one's kind of chunky, so we thought this would be a good pick since it is a chunker, and if people actually read it, then we get it ×2. I don't know if this makes sense, just go watch Mayana's video. The next book that I hope to read is The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. I have a lot of fantasy books on this list, so I thought why not put a contemporary romance sort of thing in there. All I know about this is that it is, I think, takes place in one day at an airport, and the girl has a very important message on her phone from a friend who had killed herself. So she has been terrified to read the last message because it is the last thing her friend will ever have said to her, and she's kept herself away from ever reading it, but her phone is very precious to her because of that last message. And there's another guy at the airport, and they accidentally swap phones, and they go on a crazy journey to get the phones back. She's very terrified that she will never have the chance to read the final message, and I feel like that probably sparks her to finally read it in the end. This is a New Year's Eve sort of thing, so I'm a little bit late on finally picking this up, but I've heard a few good things, and I did get it off of Book Outlet, so I feel like I need to read it soon or it'll really be way too late to read this. Like if I get around this to summer, it has snowflakes on the cover, I need to do it during winter times at least. I hope I actually get to this one. The next book on this list is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. This is another chunky book. I tried to go for a little bit bigger books just because it will help out my team, because Hogwarts team is going for the win. I don't know why you guys don't think so. Hogwarts is undefeated. We won the Battle of Hogwarts. It's happening. So Renegades is kind of a superhero remix sort of thing. There's the Renegades and the Anarchists, I'm pretty sure. From what I've picked up from Emma Book's many explanations on this book, because she has raved about it, there's basically a really slow burning romance between kind of a Romeo and Juliet situation where there's someone from the anarchist side and someone from the renegade side, and they're kind of like forbidden to ever like each other, but they don't really know that the other person is on the other side. I don't know how that works. People have a lot of magical powers in here, superpowers, and slow burn romance sounds really fantastic to me because I love the payoff after that, and I have had this on my shelf since it came out, and I loved the Lunar Chronicles that Marissa Meyer wrote, so I really need to get to this one. The next book on my list, I know that for sure I will read because I do have a read-along that's going on throughout the whole year with one of my good friends, Brittany from Brittany and Books, and we have a book of the month, which is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. We're doing a whole reread. You can join us. There's information that you can go look up on my Instagram, Twitter. I mentioned it in a video recently as well. We're just reading a book a month from Sarah J. Maas, and this is the one for the month. We're also having a live show soon. I don't know if that's already gonna have happened or what, but it's for the Assassin's Blade. We're discussing that soon on my channel, so if it has already happened, then you should go watch that, and if it hasn't, January 31st. Tune in, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't already know what the Throne of Glass series is about, it's about a girl named Selena Sardothian. She is the most notorious assassin of this continent. She ended up being thrown into this death camp sort of thing, and at the beginning of the book she gets ripped out of it by a prince and the captain of the guard, and they tell her that she can have her freedom if she competes against a whole bunch of other assassins and thieves for the role of the king's champion, which is the king's personal assassin. So that's what this whole book is about. The series gets really long and goes through all different types of things. So a lot of things happen in this series, but it starts off here, and I'm really excited to reread it because I've never reread this book, and it's one of my favorite series ever, so I really think this is going to be a great time. And I think I'm going to annotate this copy because it's not one of my signed copies, and I recently got it because I've been needing the hardcover really bad. The last physical book that I have on this list is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have been wanting to read this for a while, ever since the huge amount of hype and how people have seemed to love this. I don't think I've heard one bad thing about this book at all from anyone. People love this book, and I was searching for it at used bookstores for a good bit because I did not want to pay the full price because adult books are typically more expensive, and then I finally found it, so I'm really happy I finally have it, and I think this is going to be something I can fly through really quickly. It is about a girl named Evelyn Hugo who is this really famous person who is now like really old, and she has a lot of mysterious things about her life. She's had 7 husbands, and she has not really opened up to anyone about the crazy, mysterious aspects of her life that a lot of people are interested in. The other main character is a reporter. She's not really well known or anything, but Evelyn Hugo recruits her to basically tell her life story, and apparently there is a big reason why she recruited this specific journalist. That's really all I know. I just am really excited to give this one a go because I've heard it's just phenomenal, and the way that it impacts you, it kills you, like people sob, and I really want that emotional roller coaster. And I love mysterious like books where you have to like wait throughout the whole book to find out like the big thing, and I think that's what this book is going to be like. So the final book that I'm going to have on this list I don't have yet because it hasn't come out yet. It actually comes out on February 5th. It is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. This book is Angie Thomas's second book. She wrote The Hate U Give, and I loved that book, and I loved the movie, so I can't help but be really excited for this one, and I'll most likely hopefully read it during the month of February since it's coming out. This one is about a teen rapper, and that's really all I know. She expresses herself through music. That's literally like all I got. I also know it takes place in Garden Heights, which is the same area that The Hate U Give took place. I don't know if it's before or after or anything, but if it's after, it would be cool to see Star, but if it's before, it would be cool to see Khalil. I'm really excited to get into this one, even though I don't really know much about it. I just know this author is amazing, and I cannot wait to see what else she has up her sleeve. So that is my TBR for the Booktube Games. I'm really excited for it. I'm also hyped that I am one of the co-hosts of Hogwarts. I was surprised that I got Hogwarts because I thought everybody was gonna want Hogwarts, but apparently everyone wants Ketterdam, which I do not get. Like, Hogwarts prevails over everything. I'm sorry. Watch me not read any of these books, or watch me like completely fail my team by like barely reading anything. I'm trying my best because I do have a lot going on in February. Like, my whole senior project is due, and we're presenting, and we're doing practice presentations. It's a lot, so I'm kind of stressed. But I'm hoping that I can speed through some of these books and help everybody out. Don't forget, links down below for any explanations that you need on what the heck the Booktube Games is. There's still time to join if this video has not gone up too late, because I'm trying to get it up before February 1st. We'll see if that happens. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like it, comment down below. Have a good day. Please subscribe. Make sure to follow all my social medias, which are linked down below. And go click the bell button, which is right by the subscribe button, which you should have already clicked. And goodbye.